What's up, people? In this video, this one also comes to us from Gina Harrison. For a little chuckle. I could use a chuckle. Vegan's worst nightmare. Let's see what this is.
So if a vegan, by
Who's this guy? Leon Lush? 1.3 million. Okay, I'm not sure what this is, but Gina sent me something good last time, so who knows, maybe it'll be good. If you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers, videos or YouTubers that you want me to watch and talk about every few minutes, let me know. Leave me a comment.
definition is a person who does not consume or use any animal products. This ponytailed stallion, Derek Nance, could be defined as the precise antithesis of that. Now, as a courtesy, I'm going to put up this warning that's at the beginning of the Source Barcroft TV video. So if you're sensitive to footage of raw meat being prepared and or consumed, you may want to nut the hell up and watch the whole damn thing anyways, because your watch time is my metaphorical oxygen. Y'all, for real though, just dip your toes into this intro.
About 90% of my diet is raw sheep meat. I'm just somebody living in obscurity, eating my intestine smoothies in my kitchen.
You see, that wasn't that bad. And if you can handle Derek eating raw sheep meat like an apple and slurping down intestine smoothies mid-afternoon, the rest of this is going to be a breeze. So just buckle up and save your bitching for the comment section. Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new G Fuel shaker filled with your mom's back sweat. My name is Leon Lush and I'm so appreciative you decided to join me here for just a little bit. You know, in hindsight now, I think I made the intro about back sweat because later on in this video I have a fun little surprise for you guys that heavily features my own back sweat, and I think subconsciously I wanted to ease you into it so it wouldn't be too jarring. But enough about all that. Let's get back to learning a little more about our carnivorous friend here, Derek Nance.
My name's Derek Nance. I'm from Lexington in the state of Kentucky.
Okay, right off the bat, is there anything more cliche than Derek being from Kentucky? Like, you know, a man that lives off of only raw meat isn't going to be from Seattle, Washington, or some progressive blue state. You know, Kentucky just does things
For
differently.
the last 9 years, I've been sourcing and butchering.
Excuse me, I'm from California, dog. I eat raw meat. Progressive blue state, and proud. I'm not really proud. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. Interesting. Another commentator. Okay. You know, when I started watching this video, I was like, because this guy, he seems like does this guy like have a podcast? Is that like, I'm getting like a podcast vibe from him. Listen to my music. Jesus fuck, dude. What? Can't be harmful because it doesn't give you poison in Minecraft. Anyway, I was watching this and I was just like imagining, like, what if I had a podcast, you know, because I can fucking talk, like I can just talk and talk and talk and like not stop. And basically what do these podcasters do? Like on the Joe Rogan show, like what does he do? He just like sits in his like studio, has like his assistant. I've listened to Joe Rogan podcast like one time, to be fair. Like people send me clips sometimes and they're like, did you know about this? And it's already something that I've like known about for a very long time that like is now just getting like mainstream because of the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm a snob. But I just imagine, like, what if I had my own podcast where I'm just like, you just like go on Reddit basically, and like you go on Reddit and you like browse the different subreddits and you're like, there was a study that was released that proves like some strange thing. Wow, what about that? You just fucking blah 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 and like riff on that shit for hours. That was my first thought. I was like, oh, what if I had a podcast? And my second thought was like, well, you know, you have like all these jobs. On the one hand, they seem appealing, right? Like if you think about it in a vacuum, you know, having a certain type of job may seem appealing, right? Like let's say, like I used to think that I would want to be a programmer, right? Because I like the idea of being able to work anywhere in the world, and it's a high paying job, and like, you know, requires like thinking and some sort of intelligence, and you know, it's like you can make good money as a programmer. And then I started like doing these like coding boot camps. Like I did them like obsessively for months. Didn't get very far. Programming is fucking hard. Oh my God, that shit is like super hard. It's really just like Googling the answer for shit and like being frustrated like 99% of the time, and then just like finally figuring something out, and then just like being frustrated again about something else. It's terrible. It's an awful experience. And I was like, you know, what do my days look like as a programmer? It's basically like me hunched over the computer, frustrated. That's like what your actual life is like as a programmer. You can dress it up and, you know, say you're like changing the world, you're building software and blah, blah, blah. But like actually what are you doing? Or what I was doing at least, and I think this is pretty common to like the programmer experience, is you're just like staring at the screen thinking, and you're like in the zone and you're just like, fuck, like how do I do this? I have no idea how to do this. And then you like Google it. It's just awful. It's terrible. So then I was like, fuck it, I don't want to be a programmer. So I was thinking, okay, what about this podcast thing? Like, what's the life of a podcast person like? It's also probably, I mean, I don't want to say it's lonely, but it's, you sit in a room and talk all the time, basically, right? You're not, there's not a lot of interaction with other people unless you have like a guest, or you're like doing the show with somebody else. Anyway, ever since then, I was always just like, and the reason I even thought about this in the first place is because back when I wanted to be a programmer, I was looking for things to do other than work in the fucking mall and sell hair straighteners at kiosks, because this was a very stressful job, can't do it long term, blah, blah, blah. But I noticed that job was significantly more satisfying, right? You're out, you're talking to people, you're making sales, you know, you're selling to girls, you're like flirting with girls all day, you're touching their hair, you're just always in a good mood. You're like paid to be in a good mood, essentially. So that, I don't want to say lifestyle, but that like process of the actual day in the life of doing that job is much more enjoyable than being a programmer, for example. Anyway, fuck.
And eating raw animals, and I've never felt healthier. This is a ram's testicle from a 3-year-old ram. Has a more salty taste. It's not like red meat, it's more of like a seafood almost.
Dude, I know. Tell me about it. It's actually that extra salt content that really turned me off personally from the 3-year-old ram testicles. And don't get me wrong, I love hanging animal balls by a hook in a fridge in my kitchen, but I much prefer like the 5-year-old dried goat anus. It's much less salty.
Growing up, I just had the standard American diet, had allergies and headaches and asthma and other signs of, food intolerance issues where I noticed certain foods are really getting me in trouble.
Okay, current topic aside, the American diet is pretty scuffed, especially if you're trying to stay on a budget. I mean, the stuff that goes on at a mass production level to keep up with the demands of a population that is exponentially growing is pretty scary, quite honestly. Which is why I keep my diet strictly to white wine and garden worms.
I'll chew a wad like rawhide, and I'll just chew it like gum throughout the day. I think it helps polish my teeth.
In fact, 4 out of 5 dentists actually recommend chewing rawhide throughout the day over flossing, but you and I will never hear that because Big Vegan has lobbied millions to keep that information hidden from you.
I was having so much trouble digesting everything else that meat seemed to work well for me, and I just felt like this was it. All right, so ready to prepare a stomach smoothie?
Absolutely not, Derek, but it's your show, so I'll let you steer the wheel.
You can smell it too. So here's the small intestines, the whole parts, different parts of the intestines. They all go into my smoothie, and I can eat this and be fine with it without any fear that the bacteria are going to come out to get me, because actually they're beneficial. So.
This editing is so good. Wow, props to this guy if he does it, or whoever does his editing. It's hilarious. So the problem, I guess it's not really a problem. Like on the one hand, okay, so raw meat is currently not mainstream at all. Eating raw meat, right? It's very strange. It's very fringe, and any sort of like mainstream media that portrays somebody who eats raw meat is either like this fucking hick from Kentucky who like hangs the fucking testicles from his meat closet or whatever. And makes stomach smoothies. Like, I don't know, like they portray it in a way that makes it look even more insane than it kind of is. So on the one hand, right, that like, I don't want to say that hurts me, but on the one hand, that makes my message when I say that raw meat is very good for you and it's easily digested and I perform better and blah, 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 that makes it less believable. Okay, so on the one hand, it's essentially limiting the amount of people that will be receptive to my message because they already have made up their mind. They think it's insane and not good for you and blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, there are some people that like there's a good side to that as well, which is that there are some people who will just try it on their own and notice the effects. And in my opinion, they'll notice that they feel better from it. So like basically the point is that it's good for me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because it's keeping the, like if everybody ate raw meat, I wouldn't have an advantage. If everybody ate raw meat, like I'd have to like find some other trick to like make myself healthier than everybody else, But there's enough people who like believe it that when they hear me say it, like clearly not a fucking hick from Kentucky, they're like, yeah, he's right about that. I wonder what else he's right about. Anyway.
One for the smoothie.
Oh, also like intestine smoothies, like you don't need, I don't know if he's doing this like for the show or if this guy's just, he's like so bored with eating meat that like he's resorted to like into testicles and intestine smoothies. Testicles, I'm not sure, maybe there's some like crazy health benefits to that, but like muscle meat and liver is kind of all you really need. Anyway, whatever.
Testing for me. That bacteria just has the sweetest aftertaste.
I just make it into a smoothie and it just makes it like all cream together and it's just much more consistent.
I was on the fence about this smoothie before I heard his description of it.
Makes it like all cream together.
What's more appetizing than pulverizing an assortment of animal intestines in a food processor to the point where it all creams together? God, that sounds nice.
And my girlfriend made me designate a blender because I used to use her blender.
Bitch.
It holds that residual stomach smell. Save that for dessert.
Talk about an unsupportive girlfriend. Are you kidding me? She can't even put up with a little bit of residual stomach smell in the blender for the sake of the relationship? Oh, God.
I'd prefer to go directly to the source. I'll drive out to a small family farm. I load up the animals in my truck and I take them back to the house here and I butcher them in the backyard. It's fun.
I'm sorry, what?
I butcher them in the backyard. It's fun.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, laser tag, going to live sporting events, horseback riding, video games, filling up your pickup truck full of animals and slaughtering them all in your backyard. These are all just typical fun activities. Sure, the last one might be a little bit less traditional, but it's definitely not a red flag. Although, Nigel, I would recommend you definitely watch your back if you go laser tag. Where the hell is Nigel? Has he not been here the whole time? What the fuck is he doing, dude? Hey, have you seen Nigel by any chance?
I believe I saw him going to the garage.
Wait, the garage? What the hell's he doing out there? You know, hold on, can you take this for a second? You hear that? Is that my song? Yo, what the hell is this, bro? You know we're supposed to be upstairs recording. We have a deadline to hit.
What's it look like, fat man? I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what, dude?
I got my own YouTube's vinyl figure, baby. Haha, yeah, your boy made it. Check these out.
All right, first of all, bro, it says Leon Lush on the box, not Nigel. This is my accomplishment. Okay, and secondly, you just ruined the surprise I was supposed to make about my vinyl figure in the video I'm recording upstairs that you're supposed to be there for.
Oh, I'm sorry. You seem to have me confused with someone who gives a shit. Not to mention, Leon, you know deep down that I'm the only damn reason anyone's gonna buy a single one of these toys.
All right, you know what, Nigel? Not today, bro. I'm sick and tired of this disrespect, bro. I'm not taking this is bullshit. This little bit's gonna learn something today on my life. I'm tired of this little asshole. I'm the reason anyone even knows what your name is. This is my motherfucking toy. I'm sorry you guys had to witness that. Nigel takes pleasure in trying to ruin every big moment.
Wow, this guy's fucking amazing. Oh my god, does he write this himself? This is so entertaining. This might be like, I don't want to say it's the most entertaining YouTube video I've ever seen, but like, who thought of this? This is so like, it's just funny. Fuck, like, what was that? So dramatic. I'm like caught up. Yeah, he has a toy now or something. Nigel is like his pet monkey. I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy, but deserves the subscribers. Rare that I say that, but wow.
In my life, but we've moved past it and we've made our amends.
Did we, though?
That being said, I am so thrilled to finally introduce you guys to the Leon Lush and Nigel U2's vinyl figure. Now, these babies are launching next week as a pre-order on Saturday, August 3rd at 3 p.m. EST, only from U2s.com. So tell Siri or Alexa or whoever your girl is to set a reminder because this pre-order is only available for 24 hours in limited quantities, and once they're gone forever. Now, some good news if you're worried that your paycheck might not land in time because I'm giving away 10 of these Leon toys for free. You just have to go to the giveaway link in my description. It takes you to the giveaway page. You just gotta show some love to my friends over at U2's by checking out their socials, hitting them with some follows. The more actions you complete, the better your odds of winning. Also, check out my Instagram where I'm doing an additional giveaway of 10 more Leon and Nigel toys, so 20 of you in total will be getting it for free. Those winners will be announced 12 hours before the drop on August 3rd. Now, I've been working closely with U2's for months on this toy, and I'm so pumped to finally have it going live. They're handcrafted, they're extremely durable, and studies show that owning one actually triples your sex appeal. That's according to Nigel, at least. Since this is a limited release, I expect these to move quick. You may be familiar with some of the previous U2's drops that have been selling out really fast. People are already reselling them for 2 to 3x the price of the pre-order. So for all you guys asking me in the comments over the years, Leon, where'd you get Nigel? How can I get my own Nigel? Now's your chance. You just have to deal with the fact that it comes with Leon Lush attached to it. So go enter the giveaways right now for your chance to win a free vinyl figure, and if that doesn't pan out, be sure to solidify your rank in the Tomato Mafia by copying your very own on August 3rd at 3 p.m. EST only at U2s.com. You know I appreciate you guys.
Hey, where am I gonna sit?
This guy did he like invent this style of like doll or something? What's this guy's name? Leon Lush. U2s? What the fuck is U2s? People actually buy this shit? Oh, so I guess this is like this style of like doll or something, like meme dolls or something. He's got his own doll now. Oh, you know what this is? Probably fucking paid placement. Duh. I was watching this, I was thinking to myself, like, you know, you're super successful, like you can monetize it any way you want with almost 1.5 million subscribers. Like, why would you choose to make like some weird ass doll? Like how do you make that choice? Like, why not like anything else, like a t-shirt? But they probably approached him and they were like, we'll make a doll for you for free. You don't have to pay us anything. Just like talk about our company in your video for like 30 seconds in the middle. I get it. When will we have the Yalla Poppy doll with me like with my headset on? Probably never. But yeah.
Right here. Sit with me.
Well, let me see. I have 4 kids, and I live with my partner, my girlfriend.
I mean, for what it's worth, Derek looks like a pretty down-to-earth dude that just found a particular diet to suit his lifestyle. I mean, he looks healthy, his skin is glowing, he's got a beautiful beard, an illustrious ponytail, 4 beautiful kids, and yeah, slaughtering animals in his backyard for fun is a bit of a curveball, but he's even got a girlfriend. What's your excuse, gentlemen?
My girlfriend was primarily vegetarian.
And she's a vegetarian? Are you kidding me? This man is a sorcerer.
I would have probably remained a vegetarian if Derek hadn't come into my life.
And now she's an ex-vegetarian? Are you serious? Derek may be a little peculiar, but you know he's bringing that good dick, okay, if he can get that woman to start eating meat again.
I think that the way Derek harvests meat is much more ethical than buying it from a grocery store.
You know what? Maybe Tana Mojo could learn a thing or two from Derek about how to ethically harvest meat. Got him.
A full-grown sheep, around 175 pounds for, $200 American, and you can live off of that for about a month. And that's 90% of my food.
A 90% sheep meat diet. That is a level of commitment I envy.
I've had my kids be a part of the process since they were real little.
I'm pretty sure everyone would think it's strange.
Okay, the kids are self-aware. Check. That's good.
We're used to it.
One of my friends, he said it was kind of weird. I said, yeah, it is weird.
I know it was a little weird when on my 3rd birthday, my dad got me a sheep meat birthday cake, and the candles, we couldn't stick the candles in it because it was made of meat, and that's when I knew it was weird.
I had issues with the teachers reporting me because they found out that I was butchering animals in front of the kids.
God, come on. Not even Kentucky's safe anymore. I mean, you butcher animals in front of your children. They catch wind of that in the school system up here in New England. You probably get life in prison. But in Kentucky, that's like normal shit. Why? But now it's the internet. It's 2019. The internet's ruining it for everyone. When a man can't even butcher animals in his backyard in front of his kids, little family bonding experience, and you gotta hear about it from the school system. Pathetic.
All that's been resolved after I've explained to the social workers it's what I do to harvest my foods.
What, you want the man to starve to death? This is ethical harvesting here, folks.
You know, it's so weird how like there's like no normal people who do this, like the raw meat thing, like how he just ate the egg out of the shell. Like it reminded me of Sverige, because Sverige does that shit too. Like the only like people who've eaten raw meat that come to mind is like Sverige. I mean, not that he's insane, but he's got some pretty fucking out there opinions. Snake diet guy, you know, knows his shit, but communication style not mainstream. Vegetable police, who's just a fucking goof and all over the place when it comes to his health. So like, who's gonna take him seriously anyway? No offense, dog, if you watch this. Love your videos. Astra Conlu. She's normal, I guess, but very small. Nobody knows who she is, right? Like, it's just not popular. It's not mainstream. So there's no, like, what we need, our raw meat movement, is like, we need some celebrity to do it, you know, like fucking Kanye West to like come out that he's like eating raw meat now, make a song about raw meat. Everyone would fucking do it. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. It's crazy, you know, to like have that level of influence that like you're just, everybody fucking is like on top of you, that you do anything, you fucking say anything. Like, what was that thing where like Kylie Jenner, she like said she didn't like using Snapchat anymore, and their stock price dropped by like 50% or something, just by like some tweet that she made? Imagine you have like that level of influence. It's kind of insane.
By the way, sucking a warm egg out of a shell when it's fresh out of the hen's pussy. Mwah.
We've been raised under the paradigm that germs are the root cause of all disease. We've decided to just sterilize everything to cook the life out of it.
Can't say I disagree with them there. I mean, you pretty much have to grow and slaughter your own food at this point if you want to get something that hasn't been processed in some way.
So this compost heap's been going for about 5 years, and it's really rich. Like, I'll bury whole bones down here, kind of like a dog. If I feel like I need something to chew on.
Let me ask you, what do you like to have for a snack? Nutri-Grain bars? Maybe a banana with some peanut butter on it? Yeah, that's what peasants have, okay? My man Derek over here is a 5-year-old bone graveyard full of nutrient-dense bones he can just pick up at a moment's notice and gnaw on for nourishment and vitamins.
I don't really eat the meat, but I do eat the maggots.
Dear God.
These maggots are evolved to digest rotten flesh. I could probably utilize those digestive enzymes and bacteria to digest my own food. I like to do a little aged meat with each of my meals, so I leave this liver hanging up here for about 2 months. See, there's actually mold growing on it, and sometimes I'll just eat it right off the beef.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, why wouldn't you?
I'll eat it, and just the taste of it just wakes me up. Some people drink coffee, other people, have their morning stimulant, and this is mine.
Some people enjoy coffee,
So that's known as high meat. It's basically like rotten meat, and apparently, like, I don't know, this is like, it was had like a minor spike in popularity on essentially YouTube a couple months ago. Like, Snake Diet Guy did it, Vegetable Police has done it a few times, and I think Sverige mentioned it. He has mentioned it. I've never tried it. Seems gross, but like what I've heard about it is that it gets you kind of like, not that it gets you high, it gets you kind of high though. It like just wakes you up, like what he said. It's not, I don't know if it's because it tastes fucking god awful, or if is that even fermented, or like the rotting process. I don't even really know, to be honest with you, but like they say it's super healthy or something. I guess the like anecdotally, there was some Eskimo tribe or something. I might be getting this wrong, but anyway, some Eskimo tribe, they would like give the rotten meat to their dogs, and they noticed that when they gave the rotten meat to their dogs are like fucking pulling the sleds like way harder. They had more energy basically. So then they started eating it themselves. Blah blah blah. Never tried it. Kind of want to try it. Don't really want to like keep old meat around in like some jar for months to do it. A little bit scared. not gonna lie. If somebody had some, I'd probably try it. But yeah.
Kyle's.
I just imagine, what if like, what's the ultimate in like nutrition, right? It's like, if high meat is really that good for you, that's like the ultimate. Like eating high meat, like OMAD, high meat, every day. Oh my God, you'd be like, you turn into fucking Superman.
Prefer Monster Energy, while others prefer aged liver mold to get their workday started. In fact, if aged liver mold doesn't become one of Red Bull's next flavors, I'm going to consider that a huge missed opportunity. Maybe talk to Ninja about a collaboration there.
There's only been a couple instances of like diarrhea and food poisoning from eating old raw chicken.
You know, I did notice they haven't shown him eating any raw chicken in this. It sounds like he ate that old raw chicken once. Salmonella clapped back and he learned his lesson. Good for him.
I hope to eat the raw meat diet for the rest of my life. No, I mean, I've invested 10 years in it, and now I'm really curious to see, how far I can push it. Say if I could live to be 80 years old.
Now, they must have left this out of the video, but he must supplement his diet with something, just a small, minimal amount of carbohydrates or sugar of some sort, because your brain literally needs glucose to function. But it wouldn't be as cool, so they just made the focus on the all-meat diet, which is fine. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about this diet. If you're interested, maybe we could do like a group 30-day challenge of eating raw meats only. 90% sheep meat, baby. The most shocking thing is that this guy actually has a girlfriend. Amen. An ex-vegetarian, nonetheless. Am I the only one who sees that this guy has great-looking skin? That's what I said. It's kind of insane, right? It makes me curious about the diet a little bit. I'm 50 years and single, and he's married? I have no idea how this universe works. I would start with owning less cats. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and
Okay, I'm glad he put it out there. I wonder if he actually did the like 30-day challenge. How old is this video? Oh no, this is like yesterday. Interesting. Yeah, is anybody here like saying that they would do it? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, so well, let's try. Yeah, no. Okay. Anyway, interesting. I'll try it with you, dog, for 30 days. Yeah, in terms of like needing supplementing with something, like there is something called, I think it's called gluconeogenesis, which is where your body will somehow turn protein into glucose, maybe something like that. I've heard that like talked about at some point. I don't know. I've never done it like that. I don't know if this guy works out at all in Kentucky. I highly doubt it. Yeah, but like honestly, like anything else, like you hear about some weird shit like this on YouTube, just try it. Like he's doing fine. He's got great skin. Just seems mentally all there despite his strange food choices. And I guess that's why he eats the weird food, because he like eats the entire animal. So yeah, it's gross. Okay, anyway, thank you, Gina, for telling me to watch this video. Gina, you're 2 for 2. I gotta hand it to you. The last video you gave me, I forget what it was, but it was also good. Okay, if any of you other people have other videos or YouTubers that you want me to take a look at, let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.